If you're looking at creating a very, very high dense mesh network for something like asset tracking or asset monitoring, Wirepas have just proven it. You've seen it. Check them out. Hey, it's Eamon with ipXchange. We're here at Wirepas OPEN 2024. I'm here with Jari and Jouni from Wirepas, and there's a very interesting demo of how dense their meshes can get over here. But before we get onto that, Jari, would you just like to introduce yourself to our audience and what you do at Wirepas?
Yeah. Hello, my name is Jari Hämäläinen and I work as a product manager at Wirepas. And here we are actually demonstrating several Wirepas solutions. All of those are mesh network solutions, and maybe we'll start about the massive Wirepas solutions. So here we have actually the test rack, which is including a bit more than 1,000 devices under the 1 cubic meter. And this is demonstrating actually the density we can bring to the networks of Wirepas mesh. So it's working in the 2.4 gigahertz area of radio frequency, and we are regularly testing our devices, the regression testing as well as the density of the radio with this kind of test system at our head offices in Tampere.
Nice. So in terms of having a mesh this dense, what applications would require such high mesh density?
Yeah, there are actually several use cases where you are utilizing very dense radio communications. For example, the tracking, asset tracking in the warehouses. That could be one application where you have even more than 1,000 devices under the 1 cubic meter area.
Cool. Well, thank you. And if I take that mic off you, I'll introduce Jouni. First of all, can you tell our audience what you do at Wirepas, and then I guess you'll be explaining the dashboard.
All right. Hello, my name is Jouni Mikkonen. I work at Wirepas as the head of product development. And here my pleasure is at the moment to show you a bit of our brand new Wirepas NMS tool. And this is really, while you see the hardware there doing connectivity, it's autonomous. It will do all the operations on its own.
Oh, okay.
But the main point is, like I think our CTO Ville Kaseva was showing earlier in presentations, that while it's doing its stuff, you still want to have a visibility and maybe learn about installation if you have some weak points where you can address. And this tool is now available for 5G mesh and smart metering customers to visualize the network, to debug it and update software, for example.
Cool. So can you take us through a few of the key features that an engineer might use when they're developing their application?
All right, and I must say this is not maybe so much for the developers, but this is more for when you build your network, when you scale your network, and when your networks become bigger. Then you want to have a visibility and insight, and this is the tool where we put all our Wirepas mesh know-how from 10 years to analyze and visualize you what is happening. And the first page here is, if I quickly run through here what we have. So we have a dashboard, and basically you see immediately that we've taken away your problem to start to dig. We have alerts. You can see if there are alerts needing attention. You see your gateway status, node status, and mesh reliability, where we calculate. And we calculate that actually over 6 hours, so we rebooted the demo. So there's some, of course, on purpose to show that all clean at the same time.
So all these nodes, are they just dotted around the hall?
These nodes are, that's a good question. They're actually around the hall in multiple places, and then we have a couple outdoors as well. If I show you on the map, we are actually here in this building.
Oh, okay.
So we can also visualize and then lay over these nodes a few things like topologies, node statuses, communication reliability. So sometimes instead of look at list, you want to have a visual view, and this is the one giving it to you. Then you can look at the gateway. You can look at the traffic on the gateway level, and then go on the listing, and same on the node status. So if you want to look at, we have 3 offline nodes, so not powered up. We have 22 active, and then you can drill into more details if you want to, and even on a node level, you can go here and pick a node that you want to have a closer look.
Oh wow.
So now you actually have a bit of the history. You don't need to be observing all the time. You can see the history as well. That basically what we did, you can see that we came yesterday, we installed, nodes were up. Over the night, we took them away, collected them, now in the morning we put them up again. So that's one view. Then you can again look at the traffic. You can look at the topology was not visible because we were the leaf node, the final node.
Okay.
But this shows actually the route to sync, and this you can also take a closer look at if you want to look at the radio level
wow.
parameters.
So there's so much data here.
Yeah. And this is the way basically to debug. And at the end of the day, I think in any development, this is maybe where the developers come into play. When you develop new software, you wish to have a reliable way to update it. And here we provide visibility to what you have in your network, and then you have a possibility to start planning your OTAP, starting new process, give it a name and so forth. But let me take it back. I don't want to do OTAP right now. Cool. But all that capability is already built in the tool, and more is coming as we progress.
Cool. So if an engineer was saw this and was interested, what would be the best way of getting started working with this tool and high density meshes?
Well, in any case, I mean, basically you apply for a Wirepas mesh license.
Okay.
And when you get the mesh license, you get all the binaries for the hardware to run, and then our backend tool. So this is the tool that we run for smart metering and 5G mesh, and then another package for 2.4 gigahertz and smart tracking.
Nice. Well, thank you very much, Jouni. Thank you very much, Jari. That was a really, really cool demonstration of how dense you can get these mesh networks to be, because we never get to really see that. So yeah, if you're looking at creating a very, very high dense mesh network for something like asset tracking or asset monitoring, Wirepas have just proven it. You've seen it. Check them out.
Hey, yo, where my engineers at?